Testing, testing, testing. Testing. Testing.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Melissa Terrell, and I'm delighted to serve as your worship associate on this very special Sunday. We at PUC represent progressive religious thought and all kinds of good trouble here in the South Bay. Yeah. We welcome people of all creeds, beliefs, races, sexual orientations, and gender identities. If you're visiting for the first time, we are extra glad that you're here. We want you to know that we have religious education for school-aged children and childcare for preschoolers. Brunch is served on the patio after service. Your first time is free of charge. The suggested donation is $5 per plate, but no one will be turned away for lack of payment. I have lots of announcements because there's a lot going on in this wonderful, exciting, vibrant place. So our announcements today come in two parts. Part one. And Joshua will have some special words to share about Memorial Day today. But in honor of Memorial Day being tomorrow, there will be no sandwich making. Sandwich making, by the way, has moved into the kitchen and normally will be at 11 a.m. on Mondays, but not tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have yoga and sound bath here, however. On Tuesday, May 27th, from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., we will have a booth at the Torrance Farmers Market. I'm so excited. Please come sit at the table with us anytime you're able to on Tuesday. Book club announcement. The book club selection for this month is Frozen River for June. Is Frozen River by Ariel Lahan. For details about dates, times, and future selections, see Jack Faulkner Becker or pick up information sheet at the welcome table, and that's Jack right there by the door. Hi, Jack. Our second Pacific Death Cafe will be next Saturday at 10 a.m. At a Death Cafe, people drink tea, eat cake, and discuss death. So nice. Our aim is to increase awareness of death to help people make the most of their finite lives. PUC's annual retreat at Camp de Benneville Pines is less than 2 weeks away. It's June 6th through 8th. 60 people have already registered. You can still come and join the fun. Activities for all ages include hiking, archery, s'mores, arts and crafts, and so much more. All first-time campers get a $50 discount per person. You can contact Andy and Janet. I saw them just a minute ago, and right over there is Andy, for any questions, and we hope to see you on the mountaintop. All right, and now an announcement from our minister, Joshua.
Thank you. I get a musical introduction, too. I want that to follow me wherever I go, if that's okay. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. I'm Pastor Joshua. Thank you, Melissa. As Melissa said, I'll make this quick, but tomorrow is Memorial Day, and that is honoring and mourning the U.S. military personnel who died while serving in the U.S. Armed Forces. This week, as many of you know, in San Pedro was also Fleet Week, and I went down there to participate in Peace Week, organized by our very own Rachel Brunke. And Peace Week is a movement to promote peace in the face of worldwide wars and excessive military spending, a fraction of which could cure countless social ills. So when I was there, I talked to many of the sailors, and many of them actually supported our Peace Week fight for our Peace Week, our fight for peace. Many of them actually agreed with our assessment of military spending in war. Others of them, talked about how they were caught up in a system for financial or other reasons. And still others believed in their heart that joining the military and fighting in the military actually meant protecting and serving our freedoms. That was their heart's belief. So as much as I personally disagree with war as serving peace or serving freedom, these soldiers I talked to, their intentions were pure, and I respect them for that. So I consider Memorial Day a celebration not of our military-industrial complex or our political leadership, who often take advantage in unscrupulous ways of a person's desire to serve their country. I consider Memorial Day a celebration of the citizens who have courage to do what they believe is right in the face of self-harm and the threat of death. So let us celebrate them. Let us take a moment of silence to honor the soldiers who have died in service of that commitment. Thank you.
Thank you. Our chalice lighting words today come from Leah Durland Jones, and I think they're especially appropriate for both New Member Sunday and our tile dedication later today. As we light this flame, we remember friends and loved ones, near and far, and we give thanks. As the fire burns brightly, we open our minds and hearts to new ways of being, and we feel alive. As the room glows with warmth and kindness, we extend our circle ever wider to welcome those who want to come in, and we know love. Please rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn, 1054, Let This Be a House of Peace.
Let this be a house of peace, of nature and humanity, of woe and elation. Let this be our house, a haven for the healing, an open room for question and our inspiration. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of freedom, guardian of dignity and worth held deep inside us. Let this be our house, a platform for the free voice, where all our sacred differences here shall not divide us. Let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of peace. Let all in this house seek truth, where scientists and mystics abide in reverence here. Let this be a house of our creation, where works of art and melodies consecrate our atmosphere. Let this be a house of peace. Yes, let this be a house of peace. Let this be a house of prophecy. May vision for our children be our common theme. Let this be our house of myth and lore and legend, our trove of ancient stories, cradle all our tender dreams. Let this be a house of peace. 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 Let this be a house of peace.
And now, please join us in our new member ceremony.
Thank you. Awesome. Oh. That first, yeah, that's okay. So, today I'm very excited. We welcome into membership of the Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church all who have chosen to join our community of faith this morning. And this does not mean subscribing to a creed. Rather, it is a serious commitment, as we know, to our congregational covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Now, membership, it comes with certain rights, and it comes with certain responsibilities. In Unitarian Universalist congregations, it is the membership, our membership, who ultimately decides church matters. And as members, you have the right then to vote on congregational decisions. And as members, you also have the responsibility of being a good steward, of safeguarding the health of our beloved congregation so that it survives and so that it thrives, continuing to provide the benefits you have found in participation and membership for others to receive as well, long, long into the future. Thank you for that commitment. A congregation, it's ever evolving, it's ever growing, and your membership offers the precious opportunity to grow together in community, sharing and receiving new energy and new ideas, and we are so excited for that. So each of you joining today brings unique experiences and perspectives to our beloved Pacific Unitarian Universalist community. And we all, you must know, are incredibly grateful for that. So, at this time, I would ask that all new members please join the chair of the Board of Trustees, the president of the Board of Trustees, and our membership committee chair. So our president, Melissa, our membership committee chair, Robin, and me up front, if you would. Oops. Oh, sorry, you dropped. Thank you. We might need to move over a little that way so we can fit people in over here. We have so many new members. Yeah, or we can move this. Yeah, what am I saying? There we go. All right. Robin?
We continue now by reciting together the new member covenant as it appears on the screen. Those who pledge membership today, does everybody have their copy so you don't have to turn around? Okay. Those who pledge membership today will begin, and then the congregation is going to respond. So new members, we enter this faith with hope and possibility in our hearts, pledging to participate in and support the ministries of this congregation. We covenant to remain true to the spirit of love that flows through this congregation and guides us. We seek your welcome as we join you on this journey. Okay, so now we respond. We welcome you as once we were welcomed ourselves. We seek to be open and inclusive, respecting your inherent dignity, your ideas and your vision, in times when it is easy and in times when it is difficult. We seek to be supportive, not only when you reach out to encourage to us, but also when you need us to reach out to you. In return, we ask that you recognize our humanity. We will not always live up to our ideals, and when we fall short, we invite you to stay in relationship with us and help us more fully bring alive the spirit of love. We welcome you in as an equal member of this congregation to travel in solidarity on our shared spiritual journey. You okay there?
Yeah.
I charge you as new members to grow in your Unitarian Universalist faith and practice. More importantly, I charge you to find and share your gifts with us as you are willing and able. Ours is a communal ministry, with each of us having a crucial role to play. As we welcome you and pledge to nurture you, we need you. We need your energy, your gifts, and your ideas. Give generously of yourselves, and your rewards will be great.
It is a joy to welcome each of you into our community of memory and hope. If you will, as new members, join us, sharing the joys and responsibilities of membership. Please say yes. Yes. As I announce you each individually, please come forward and accept a gift to symbolically represent our great gratitude for officially becoming a part of Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church. And know that from this day forward, we will share many more gifts together in community. Okay, so now I'm going to call each person and congratulate them, and they can come and sign the book and receive a gift. Mandy Bain, Come on down.
And Marcos and Cece.
Mandy Bain is a public health professional and sociologist with a PhD who has lived in the South Bay for 12 years. Her daughter, Cecilia, is 10, and her son, Marcos, is almost 12. Mandy looks forward to serving PUC in ways that will help our community grow. Welcome, Mandy.
Welcome. Thank you.
Ann Destabel couldn't be here today. She's sick. But Ann Destabel is a returning member. She was part of the first singles extended family at PUC with her 3-year-old daughter, Dawn, and was married here in this church to her beloved husband, Ray, who passed just a few months ago. Ann is a passionate musician and is actively involved in AAUW, Omnimore, the Committee for the LA Philharmonic, and Palos Verde Peninsula Village. She's excited about rejoining us on Sundays and supporting our social outreach programs.
Yeah.
Next, John Dowsing and Monica Hopper are both visual artists who love nature, sci-fi, and local travel. They have 3 daughters and 3 granddaughters. John is a retired aerospace engineer, and Monica is the director of finance at Little Company of Mary Hospital in Torrance. They're excited to join PUC and are especially interested in social justice, educational and personal growth, and artistic activities. Welcome, John and Monica.
Yeah.
Jackie and Jack Geist met at the University of Miami in their freshman year of college. Jack's career in film led them to LA and then to live in 6 different countries overseas. Their 2 kids are mostly grown, with the youngest still in college in Oregon and the eldest in Kentucky. On weekends, you will most likely find Jack and Jackie at the beach. They were drawn to PUC because they value diversity, equity, inclusion, and progressive social change. Woo! Welcome, Jackie and Jack. Yay. June Cadgis couldn't be here today. She is a retired first-grade teacher and longtime tennis player. She loves to read and to garden, particularly with California native plants. A widow for 15 years, she has traveled to over 40 states. June's dad was a Buddhist minister. She is regretfully missing our welcome ceremony because she is with the survivors and families of those incarcerated in Arkansas in World War II today. Yeah. Aaron Cavett couldn't be with us today, but Aaron is our youngest new member. He's originally from Vermont. He also lived in Morocco and Colorado before settling in San Pedro, where he works in film and entertainment. He regularly returns to his property in Colorado, where he runs an outfitting business. Aaron grew up on and off in the UU community. He's looking forward to being more engaged in social and environmental justice projects in the area and is excited to contribute to our church community as well. So please greet Aaron when he comes back.
Yes.
Lindy Neal Hughes is an LA native who spent her career in education as a high school teacher, a special ed teacher, and a school psychologist and counselor. She worked in many settings, from Palos Verde to downtown LA, from preschool through post-high school, and at the State Diagnostic Center. She's excited about being part of PUC's caring community of like-minded people. Welcome, Lindy.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please accept this.
John and Yuki Kuno are joining us after their second retirements because they have finally have time to reflect and contemplate life. John is a retired engineer, and Yuki is a retired teacher. They are both Buddhists who appreciate how welcoming and inclusive our church is. Welcome, John and Yuki.
Yay!
Linda Lankenow is originally from upstate New York until joining the Peace Corps in Niger, West Africa. She worked in international public health in 19 different countries and then taught in international schools in 5 other countries. After a brief stint in the Florida Keys, Linda moved to SoCal to be near her son and granddaughter. Linda is already involved in our Social Justice Committee here at PUC. Welcome, Linda.
Yay!
Cynthia Ling is an LA native. She used to work for Hughes and Raytheon. Her biggest job right now is being a grandma to 2 teenage granddaughters and 1 8-year-old grandson who live in the house behind hers. She loves coming to church for the philosophical discussions and the camaraderie. Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you. Welcome.
Eric Ratliff is a self-employed freelance mechanical and electrical engineer and a self-described out gay man who still enjoys dating online and going to the gym. Eric lost both his parents and his boyfriend last year. Raised as a UU, he's looking for all the positive social connections at PUC. Welcome, Eric. John Townsend is a SoCal native who graduated from USC in 1979 with a BA in French. He worked in service and clerical jobs and 3 different libraries. John joined PUC because of the awesome new pastor, the incredible view, and the friendly people. Welcome, John. Yay.
Yay! So glad you're here.
And last but definitely not least, we have Janice Wilcox. She's a native of Palos Verde, a former EMT and administrative assistant. She currently volunteers for the American Red Cross. She's a sci-fi geek who enjoys Star Trek, Stargate, and Star Wars. Yes. Janice also sings alto for our Spirit of Life choir.
May the force
Yay,
be
welcome.
Welcome.
Well,
I'm
welcome
sorry.
to all our new members, and we're going to, they just arrived because I forgot them at home. We're going to put lays on them so you can tell who all the new members are on the patio, and we have a big welcome cake for them after as well. And when the ceremony ends, we want all the new members to go towards the cake because we're going to take your picture. So thank you so much, everybody.
Awesome. Together, we all form a beacon of hope to each other and to our worlds. So may all of your lights shine brightly among us for many, many years to come. Welcome to Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church. Thank you all. Congratulations.
Sing with us.
Consider yourself. Consider yourself one of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There is a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever you've got, we share.
It's your chance to see, we should see some harder days.
Empty larder days, why grouse? What's grouse? Always chance we'll need somebody to foot the bill. Then the drinks are on the house. Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss, for after some consideration we can skate. Consider yourself one of us.
Sing it out.
Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share.
If it just has to be, we should see some harder days. Empty barter days. Why growl?
There's a chance we'll meet somebody to foot the bill.
And the drinks are on.
Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration, we can't stay. Consider yourself one of us.
Wow, how fun was that? I see our new members all got their lays. I won't make the expected joke. You're welcome. And I want to thank all the kids for staying in for that special ceremony. Now we're going to sing you out to your classrooms.
As we leave this.
As we leave this
Friendly place, love give light to every face. May the kindness which we learn light our hearts till we return.
Today's reflection is from our very own PUC member, Angela O. Angela O is an attorney mediator, meditation practitioner, and an ordained Zen Buddhist priest who has integrated conflict resolution with the practice of calming the mind. Her work sits at the intersection of healing, law, and spirit. O's public voice on race relations holds space for identities beyond black and white. Often invited to speak to the issue of the changing landscape of race relations, she draws from her wide experience in advocacy, community organizing, politics, and conflict resolution. As a mediator, her work centers on cases of discrimination, harassment, and hate incidents. She's a member of the board of directors of Commonweal, a nonprofit organization dedicated to healing people and healing the planet. Her public and community service has included Commissioner of the LA City Human Relations Commission, member of the One America Initiative on Race, member of the State Bar Commission on Access and Fairness, chair of U.S. Senator Barbara Boxer's Federal Judicial Nominations Committee for the Central District of California, and president of the Korean American Bar Association of California. Not too shabby, Angela. Her current focus is on healing by supporting capacity for deep listening and silent meditation. After the murder of George Floyd, she co-convened the Black API Healing Circle, which continues to meet to this day as the Open Healing Circle. Angela O holds a master's in public health degree and a Bachelor of Arts from the University of California, Los Angeles, and a Juris Doctorate from King Hall UC Davis School of Law. So she now has a message to share with us. Let's welcome Angela O.
Can we just go into silence for just a few seconds? Make yourself comfortable. Okay, so first, thank you to the PUC and this congregation for doing the work of collectively moving toward being the best human being you can be in this lifetime. In the world of Zen, we say, all ways are one in the end. And of course, we all have a shared destiny that's obvious, right? Second, this is Heritage Month for those who see what we call Asian Americans among us. I don't know how we all got assigned certain months, but there you have it. May is Asian American Heritage Month. And this term was first quoted in 1968 by Emma G. and Yuji Ichioka. They were student activists at the time, and there was this very diverse diaspora in this country. And they just were doing movement work at the time alongside the Panthers and the Guardians and the Rasa movement. And they decided we need something that brings this very diverse community together under one umbrella. So Asian American is what they coined. They are credited with it. And now it's something else, like Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander. So now, you know, you'll hear AANHPI. Things don't get simpler, okay? It's a shift to create a kind of sanctuary, a safe space for those who identify in those groups. And even that has controversy because a lot of Native Hawaiians don't want to be lumped in with Asian Americans. So there's this whole set of complexities. This is what happens when you're only 400 years old. When I was a child, I was surrounded by love and religion. These were the core things. Both of my grandfathers were ministers in the Methodist tradition, and you know, that particular lineage was important. That was post-Korean War, when my parents first got here. My grandfathers came before my parents came. You know, and a lot happens in almost 70 years of living on this planet. Our family was in Koreatown before there was a Koreatown, and the community was very small. It happened that my parents were students at the time, so, you know, first year birthday celebrations and weddings and holidays and memorials, you know, just like everyone else, except not like everyone else. Okay, we created sanctuary for immigrants who had left a war-torn part of the Korean Peninsula. They had survived 35 years of occupation by the Japanese Imperial Army. They tried to hold on to vestiges of their Korean identity and heritage even back then. And after balancing between two worlds here all week long, there was a day when rest could happen. There was comfort in language, in food, in customs that allowed a certain kind of muscle to build. In that one day a week, it was not necessary to work so hard. My dad worked 3 jobs for as long as I could remember: his full-time job, his night job, and his weekend job. He had 4 kids and a wife who didn't work until I was in high school. And, you know, when I was a child, it was legal, I learned later in life, to say you can't live here because this is only a whites-only neighborhood. Or, you know, we can't hire you because our customers won't want to buy anything from you. Or as a kid, Ching Chong Chinaman, why don't you go home? I still get that. Even after becoming a lawyer, somebody said that to me. And I said, you know, okay, where would you like me to go? Los Angeles? Because that's my home. Over a lifetime, if you're lucky, all of that, you know, directs you to Zen Buddhism. But that's a whole different talk and on a different day. Okay, so sanctuary is the topic that was chosen for this day's remarks because this is something that we're all feeling a need to find and to sit in. The things that are happening in our society right now, human beings simply need a space for security and safety. The basics, food and shelter. My work today, employment and housing. That's what it is, what I do. Food and shelter. The problems of not having work, even though you want to work, are familiar. The unhoused crisis is very visible here. And given all that's happening, we all need a place and time when we can allow ourselves to rest and at the same time be in service. This is one of those places where that can happen. Whether it's sitting together in this physical space, as we all are doing right now, it's meant to allow for deep reflection and inspiration. Or stepping up onto the dais, or ushering in visitors, or creating music to go where words cannot go, or making and serving a meal, All of it is creating a sanctuary every week, and each week is unique. It's not going to be the same as the last, and in that unique constellation, who shows up definitely allows for the emergence of a kind of magic. And so whether you come to this place to encounter the beauty of the land or take in the music that is so generously shared in capacity and has the capacity to open our hearts and receive troubles as readily as releasing those troubles, this is a place of spiritual refuge, a spiritual sanctuary. You feel something that is unmistakably precious, and it's a part of who you are, it's a part of who we are together that draws you here every time. It's our sanctuary. And about 6 years ago, I found another sanctuary beyond the southern border. I've talked about it a couple of times here. It's nothing like this, and very much like this. The land is wild and raw. The meal may or may not be available on a given day, depending on the generosity of those who surround this space. And the time to reflect can easily devolve into depression and tears and hopelessness over many days and weeks of waiting and uncertainty. These are people waiting, or were waiting, to come north. But eventually something shifts down there, and the human spirit moves the relationships of humans, animals, the land, the weather. Another kind of sanctuary emerged there, and it rises out of a recognition of hardship, met with great faith, great determination, and infused with deep love and practical actions to reset and reorient to changing realities. It leads to resilience, which is what we need to find. The sanctuary south of our border is in the hills of Tijuana, a very poor part of that community. And Gustavo Banda has been receiving refugees seeking shelter and safety for more than a decade there, way before the politics of our current times. And because conflict continues and will continue to be a part of our human condition, there are those who exist to manifest the sacred. They deliver sacred hospitality, and when that happens, sanctuary is found. Here are some images of people who are encountering the power of faith, hope, love, compassion. And they're people who might seem not to be connected to us because of space and time, but the reality is they feel our love and care. There's no substitute for that non-material energy that flows from prayer, delivering blessings, and from seeing the other by recognizing yourself in what's, in fact, a part of you, just in a different space and time. So Pastor Banda is going to join us this morning, and he will be joined by Panchito, who is a former Cal doctoral student in astrobiology who was forced to leave his studies when he refused to sign off on a waiver that the DoD wanted for access to his research. He had to live underground for 13 years up in Oakland, the land called Huichin, and he walked to the border after he saw the children being caged and separated from their adult companions who are bringing them, parents and relatives and friends. So first I'm going to show you the power of love. I think Alex is queued up on the video, and then we're going to call in Bancho and Pastor Banda for a few words. I guess. school bit Commonwealth helps to finish. Rosa. So that's it, and I think that's Panchito, and that's Pastor Banda. Okay, they're here. Can they hear me, Alex? Okay. Good morning. You're on screen now. Big faces, but Pastor Banda, we only see your nose and forehead. There you go. Okay. Okay, welcome. Did you see the video?
Un poco.
Un poco, sí. Okay, so, Panchito, I just wanted you to take the lead. You have about, I would say, 100 people sitting in this room, and they've just heard story about sanctuary, physical sanctuary, spiritual sanctuary. I always say that Pastor Banda, to me, is the manifestation of the living Christ. All of what you saw there happened between the time we first met and today. It's just amazing. And every January, he goes into a 21-day fast, and he waits for the word of God to come. And then he knows what the next thing is. And somehow, people and resources appear. So, Panchito, I also told the story of you walking to the border, but can you update us on what is happening since the new administration came into existence in January? What is the feeling of the people?
Can you hear us well, first of all? Pastor, can you give it a try? ¿Puedes intentarle, hermanito? Tú hablar para ver si te oyes.
Sí, yo sí los escucho, un poco lejos, pero los escucho.
Ok. ¿Por qué no les compartes tú, hermano? Y si quieres compartirlo en español o en inglés, como tú quieras. Y si lo quieres compartir en español, yo feliz de interpretar.
Ok. Primeramente damos las gracias por la Sí, me escuchaste, Pachito.
Sí, hermano. Hubo un poco de feedback. There was a little bit of feedback, but what Pastor was saying is that, first of all, very grateful for giving us the opportunity to be part of your congregation, even in this way.
Hace 10 años nos convertimos en un albergue para recibir a más de 22,000 haitianos.
10 years ago, we became a place where we were welcoming close to 22,000 brothers and sisters from the part of the planet called Haiti.
Pero hoy la situación ha cambiado debido a las políticas que se están tomando en los Estados Unidos.
But right now, the situation is very different due to all the different regulations and attitudes that the administration in the U.S. has been doing in the last months.
Hoy las familias que están llegando con su cita ya aprobada no pudieron cruzar los Estados Unidos.
So today, that even families that have already the appointment to talk with the court, they are not allowed to cross.
Ahora, no solo somos un albergue temporal, nos hemos convertido en la casa permanente para todas estas familias.
We haven't only be like a temporal shelter, but now we are the permanent home of all these families.
Y antes le dábamos pues un lugar donde estar, comida y todo tipo de cuidado, alimentación, vestido. Y hoy estamos construyendo una pequeña colonia, dado que la gente ya no va a poder cruzar a los Estados Unidos.
So before we give them all these sort of amenities from food and shelter and this, what Angelita was talking about, this sacred hospitality, and now the intention on top of that is also given kind of co-create a neighborhood for them to actually become full residents and stay there. He didn't say this word, but actually that's what he meant by his city of God, su ciudad de Dios.
Y ahora están comenzando a llegar familias completas de los Estados Unidos. No solo los que no pudieron ir, sino ahora los que están llegando a los Estados Unidos, familias completas de los Estados Unidos.
So now this sanctuary has not only become a place where the families are arriving to plan to make all these arrangements to go north, but now there's full families coming from the north to the south. Entire families that were living in the part of the planet we call the U.S., now they're coming to the sanctuary.
Y muchos de los organismos no gubernamentales de los Estados Unidos que nos estaban ayudando, ahora les han quitado los recursos a ellos y ya no nos pueden ayudar a nosotros.
A lot of the NGOs that were giving us support in congregations now is really challenging and almost no, because all the support that was arriving here now is not arriving to the sanctuary. It's really difficult right now.
De 4 organismos que nos ayudaban de los Estados Unidos, hoy solo nos hemos quedado con uno que nos está ayudando.
From 4 organizations that were helping us, now we only have one that is supporting us.
Pero como siempre, con la ayuda de Dios saldremos adelante.
Pues, as usual, with the help and love of God, we move forward and we will go ahead.
Así que les agradecemos mucho el apoyo que nos han dado en todo momento.
So we are very grateful and very thankful for all the support and help that you have gifted us all these years.
Sabemos que estamos en países distintos, pero aún así seguimos siendo una sola familia en esta tierra.
We know we are in different geographies and different parts of the planet, but we know that we are one Earth family.
Así que les enviamos muchas bendiciones y nuestro corazón está con ustedes.
So we're sending you lots of blessings, and please know that our hearts are with you all.
Thank you so much. Oh, they're still there. So I just want to say thank you to the congregation and those who showed up today. You have contributed over time. We used to bring food and clothing and medicine that we could get over the counter, but then one day we realized, oh, they can buy this stuff and get a lot more if I just collect donations. So that's what I've been doing. I've been getting Home Depot cards and gift cards and things like that. They even have a Costco down there, so what can I say? But I want to stay connected in heart, most importantly. That they know that we send prayers and blessings, they receive those and value them as much as anything else. So sanctuary is in our hearts. It's physical, it's spiritual, and it's both material and non-material. But you see the miracle of love. It transforms. So thank you so much. So Tutu and I have this project called the Gift of Compassion, and we always bring gifts wherever we go. I mean, we try to anyway. So this is a gift to the church. I think, this is a mix of my political, spiritual, personal, but the courts are under attack. So I had this sign made. So this is.
Right, that is amazing. Wow. So powerful. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Wow. How does one follow that? That was so just moving. Okay. Thank you again, Angela, for bringing that to us. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. We do have an offertory today, and we're splitting our plate. So we're very grateful for your continued gifts to PUC. You can give cash in the baskets or write a check, or use the QR code in your order of service and pay with Zelle or PayPal. Remember, if you're if you're sharing your contribution with our organization today, to note that it's a split plate and not just your pledge fulfillment. So today we're sharing our plate with the Center for Restorative Justice Works, which reweaves the web of relationships that have been torn apart by crime and the policies of the criminal justice system. CRJW serves as a conduit to assist and accompany children, families, and communities in crossing over the barriers that separate them from people in prison. In doing so, CRJW restores relationships and creates public awareness in order to bring about radical transformation of the criminal justice system. So please give generously. Please join me in the affirmation of gratitude. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for all those who share their gifts, for we are enriched by their giving. And let us be grateful even for our needs, so that we may experience the generosity of others. Please rise in body or spirit for our closing hymn, Blue Boat Home.
And roll me universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue bone home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all my kindred pilgrim souls, waking our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hailing great winds urge me on. Great the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Thank you. Announcement part 2. You can stay standing. Fun fact, one of the teens in Coming of Age told me she has a Spotify playlist that she created called UU Jams. And that is one of the songs in it, very rightly.
Can I make a quick announcement before?
Yes, please do. Announcements part 2.
Yes, announcements part 2, and I just want to quickly say, because I forgot before, so many of you know that in 1961, the American Universalist Church and the American Unitarian Association and the Universalist Church of America joined in 1961. The Universalist Church of America started in about 1790s, but on the day you became new members, 200 years ago, on May 25th, the American Unitarian Association was formed. Just
It's a fun fact. Yeah. Okay, so announcements part 2. Next Sunday, please be here for our town hall meeting. We'll have a ballot review, discuss proposed bylaw changes, presentation of the Board of Trustee nominations, and a final call for board members or audit leadership committee nominations to be added to the ballot. Super important to be here next Sunday. And then the Sunday after De Benneville Pines is our annual business meeting. That's June 15th. That's when we're going to vote. So please be here, and new members, you will get to vote. So exciting. Okay, today there's a lot going on, so we saved this for the end. So don't forget all these people with their beautiful liaison, our new members. We have cake in honor of you, but I'm sure they'll share with us if we want cake also, because they're that kind of people. And after that, there's a volunteer fair outside, and then we will have our tile memorial dedication ceremony on the tile wall behind the sanctuary. Those tiles are purchased to honor members of among us who have passed away. So that's a really special one. Okay, so now that you're standing, we have our closing words. This church is dedicated to the proposition that behind all our differences, beneath all our diversity, there's a unity that makes us one and binds us forever together in spite of time and death and the space between the stars. We pause in silent witness to that unity.
May the blessing of love be upon you. May love's peace abide with you. May love's presence illuminate your hearts now and forevermore. So be it. Amen. Shalom. Salam. Namaste. Blessed be. 고맙습니다.
And now
Our service truly begins.
begins. And please remain seated for the postlude. So Michael Soche and Severin Benin, thank you. Amazing. I forgot to announce the flowers. These gorgeous flowers are from Barbara Marriott. And these beautifully arranged flowers down here are from Lisa Seitz in honor of Perry Seitz, a Vietnam War vet who is no longer with us. Now, time to eat.